Hi Wildcats, today we're going to be interviewing injured athletes on if the sport is worth the risk. Can I have your name and grade?
Daniel Pollitt, senior.
Okay, and what was your sports-related injury?
I got a concussion a few weeks ago playing football.
And what was your recovery process like?
It was slow, it was about 2 weeks. Really boring, kind of like staying in a dark room, no electronics, thinking.
First injury?
This was not my first injury playing football. I had a different concussion 2 years ago playing Xavier as a sophomore.
Alright, and do you think the risk of playing football outweighs like the joy that you get from the sport?
I think it depends on who you are. I was always going to be done playing football in high school, but for other kids who like have a future in it, they really love the sport, they want to play in college, then it's different. The risks just they depend on the person.
Are you going to continue with football for the rest of the year?
I am out for the rest of the year as ruled by doctors and parents, and personal decision. Just the risks outweigh the love I have for the game.
What's your name and grade?
Johnny Fisher, I'm a senior.
Okay, and what was your injury?
I got hit in the chest when we played Blair a couple weeks ago.
And what happened?
So it was hard to breathe about half an hour after I got hit, and so messed with my heart rate and oxygen levels, and recovered pretty well. A couple hours, everything returned to normal, and they did some x-rays and said it was just a pretty bad bruise internally, so it's nothing's broken or fractured, thankfully, and I recovered pretty well.
So you're still able to play like the rest of the year?
Yeah, so I took a couple of practice days off, and that week was slow, but I've been good now playing and should be good going forward.
Do you think the risks of playing football outweigh like the love you have for it, or no?
I think the risks are something super important to consider when playing, but I love the game so much that I've pushed through the injuries, and I know they're there, and I'm prepared for them, and my coaches and my family and trainers, they all know they're there, and so we're aware of them, but still love playing the game, so we go through with it.
Alright, so you say it's worth it.
That's worth it, yeah.
What's your name and grade?
My name's Hudson Barrett. I'm a senior.
And what's your injury?
I had an ACL tear, a meniscus tear, and I had my patella redone for my ACL.
How did it happen?
I was wrestling in a summer tournament. It was called Melly Till Midnight, and I got picked up, and my foot was locked against the mat, and my knee snapped sideways.
Oh. So what was the recovery process like? Or you're still recovering, so how's it going?
I had to wait a month. I had to get full range of motion before I could have surgery, and then after surgery, I'm in a 6 to 9 recovery period, or so next 6 to 9 months recovery period. So I'm going PT today. I still have PT twice a week. Still working on getting my strength back.
Do you think it was worth it?
I'd do it again.
You would?
I would.
And how come?
The experience I had with Coach Brian, Coach Enrique, all the friends I made through wrestling and the life skills it taught me, I would tear my other knee. Like, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Okay, what's your name and grade?
I'm Jake Forberger. I'm in 11th grade.
Okay, and what was your injury?
I sprained my MCL on my right knee.
What was the recovery process like?
It was just like rehabbing with the trainer, a lot of rest and stopping inflammation with ice and stuff like that.
And you're still able to play?
Yeah, I was able to play last Thursday against Sherwood.
Do you think that your sport is worth the risk of injury?
Yeah, I think it is worth the risk of injury. I think it's worth the fun on the field, so do whatever to get back out there.
Those are some really interesting takes. Thank you, Wildcats, for all your opinions.